boy, if we didn't open up a Pandora's box with this Weenus junk.
You said that correctly. Well, if we could assemble a team of quadrant-specific heroes,
people who manifested the pure energies of their specific quadrants,
and use them to counter the retard Weenus beams that beaming out of the cell phone towers.
Deploy the Krispis squad, for instance, when Creemus is being broadcast.
Yeah, insert them in influential environments.
The playgrounds and restaurants are the tastemakers and decisionistas.
Oh, the decisionista.
Yeah, like for instance, let's say they're beaming out Creemus waves to prime the pump on the stock price of Ragu. We could send the Crispis teams into the floor and go battle in the nice.
That's the way to do it. Take them down there to the floor of the nice to keep them from bloating up the stock prices of things that are the worst.
Just have them wearing crisp slacks.
Yeah, all the traders will start feeling the crisper pick.
Yeah, now all we've got to do is assemble a team. Send out some Weenus scouts, some feelers.
That's my favorite part of all movies, team assembly. Yeah, like the beginning of The Magnificent Seven, the last episode of Different Strokes, which led into the first episode of Facts of Life.
Dan and Choppy didn't have much luck finding candidates for their Weenus dream team in Stardom City. Dan found Choppy's constant hands-free distracting.
Gwendy Melendi, Boppy Woppy.
Boppy Woppy. Not you, everyone on the bus. Can't you see it's a hands-free device following the law?
Body Wacko, I want to take them shorts off you. No, I'm on the phone with Gramps. It's a hands-free device.
Come on, lady, mind your business. I'm on the hands-free.
Hey, you give me the car. I stab you dead. Give me the money. Oh, not you. I'm talking on the hands-free. I'm trying to close a whopper of a deal. Give me your car. Give me your money.
Choppy was in turn turned off by Dan's animosity towards Geraldo Rivera, a favorite in Choppy's pantheon of heroes. Dan's Geraldo grudge hadn't been softened by his trip to the Weenus netherworld. In fact, he had let it bleed into an otherwise fair and sober assessment of the reportage of David Gregory of NBC. His justification was that David Gregory looked like Geraldo with a naked upper lip.
I myself mistook David Gregory for a newly legitimized Geraldo when he first burst on the scene.
Dave Gregory on the scene.
His prematurely gray hair put him in Geraldo's age range, while his youthful face could be explained as cosmetic surgery, totally in character for Rivera. Hot News just needed Geraldo to shave his mustache to let him back in the club. That's what I was thinking at the time anyway. Brokaw. Patron saint of the soft rock pap this country passes off as hard news. That guy's got a naked upper lip, the unscalable likes of which are rarely found outside of the Charles Bronson gene pool. Though Bronson himself, who during his most iconic years chose to wear a mustache, wouldn't have patience with splitting hairs on the journalistic spectrum of legitimacy between Geraldo, David Gregory, and Brokaw. That doesn't stop those men from poaching some solidity from Bronson by parading their big upper lips around, mustachioed or not. Anyway, Fogelberg and Kirk Kebab decided to part ways to be more effective in their Weenus search. The Zenko chauffeur quit after 2 hours to attend a memorial for Corey Lytle, and Dan took the opportunity to trade in the big bone sedan for a dorky looking pickup with a bum muffler.
Yeah, I kinda got used to that myself. Provides me just the right amount of agitation in the prostate area. Yeah, I really ought to fix this exhaust. It's kinda putting the kibosh on my career as a private eye. This truck is inconspicuous enough, but that kind of racket is really hard to sneak up on somebody as a gumshoe.
Slippy, sloppy, choppy. I'm on my way to meet with someone who I've been told can help us. We are to meet around a glass table where all our motives will be transparent.
I'm Prince Charles Bronson, Pinchot, the Weenus envoy, the Hermes of the Weenus gods.
The Weenus gods?
Yes, they are the 4-point oligarchy of the Weenus ether, each one embodying and ruling their specific quadrant.
Oh, you mean Gary Carter, Charles Bronson, Jaco Pastorius, Max von Sydow?
No, the gods are not humanoid. They're constantly shifting inanimate apogees of the respective corners of the Weenus world. God Creemus is often a rather obvious plate of fettuccine alfredo, but also may revert to a clip of the first Alien movie, the part where Ian Holmes' character gets his arm broken off and bechamel sauce starts gushing out. Sometimes, of course, they just emanate the abstract radiance of each quadrant. Crispis, the clarity of mind brought by the sideways light of the Cape Cod 6 o'clock September. Buntas, the compulsively chewy bass waves given off by butt cheeks, spelled in bubble letters. And Creemus, the lugubrious grandeur of an area from the opera called Inside the Velour Warm-Up Pants of Robert Goulet.
Whoa! Now what's your name again?
I'm Prince Charles Bronson Pinchot. I'm here to bring you the counsel of the Weenus Fort, to help you against the retards.
Of course, Prince Charles Bronson Pinchot. What famous name amalgamation could be more Weenus neutral than that? All except, perhaps, for Barney Frank Gifford Pinchot. Regardless, you've got Charles Bronson, the patron saint of his namesake quadrant. Nestled inside Bronson Pinchot, inhabitor of the famous Buntas role, Balky Bartakamus on Perfect Strangers. The name Bronson Pinchot also has strong harmonizing tones of Creemus. Just listen to it. Bronson Pinchot. And of course, Prince Charles. What public figure has more tragic eyes? And not to mention those Buntas ears. Despite the Crispis arc of tragedy in his life, he nonetheless maintains an emotionally reticent face. You're Hermes, yes. But also the Tiresias of Weenus. I'm talking the hermaphroditic Greek guy who knew what it was like to have sex as a guy and as a girl. One more thing. What's all that fancy gear you're wearing?
Just Weenus baffling equipment to keep me Weenus neutral. You see, just like their Olympian analogs, the gods have their own agendas and sometimes seek to influence me to favor one quadrant over another. Hey, I'll see you later, alright? I got some Weenus tips that I'll bring back to you later, okay?
I got a tip on a guy who might be perfect for our Bronson squad leader, a guy by the name of Carl Oak. Carl Oak, I presume. It's like somebody animated Slate. You've got these towers, right? And they're sending out these beams. Can't make it any more plain than this.
You look like a goofball, but all the shit you're telling me, I mean, what do you got? How can I help you?
All right. I'd like for you to take a look at this and circle the one that best describes your dream meal. Buckwheat flapjacks. It's the right choice. You know, that was a trick question. You could have picked the flapjacks with the side of cantaloupe. That would have been a Crispis variant.
Cantaloupe? Got no time for cantaloupe. My flapjacks, on the other hand, unless the battering ram that gets my colon back to square one.
Square one? I'm not talking about the show that contained MathNet. I thought I was the only one who used square one in earnest. That guy said it with a lot more earnestness than I can muster. Maybe you'd like to tell me what your reaction is to this article on Pat Sajak.
I don't know much about Pat Sajak, but I'll tell you one thing. He doesn't deserve to be on the same page as Mother Teresa.
This guy's gonna dash my brains out if I go around sullying the good names of charitable icons. Better check what the hell I'm doing over here, or my head's gonna wind up popped like a black cherry ice cream cone on the side of the street. Maybe you'd like to comment on the passing of John Ritter. Clearly, the headline is respectful.